Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome in TEFL class. With me, Meilina Harismayekti. Okay, good morning everyone. Hopefully you are fine and you are in a good condition. Yeah, today we are going to discuss about teaching methods. There are two teaching methods that we want to discuss. What are they? They are jigsaw and think, pair, share or TPR. Okay, before discussing the material, I'm going to explain you about the learning objective. After learning this chapter, I think jigsaw and TPR, the students are able to explain the principles about jigsaw and TPR. The objective of a method, its approach, design, and also the procedure. For the second, identify the strengths and also the weaknesses of jigsaw and also TPR. And the last, hopefully, the students are able to apply them in EFL classroom. Well, now let's discuss about what jigsaw is. Jigsaw, in some opinions, there are so many definitions. But in a conclusion, jigsaw is a cooperative technique in which students from expert group to conduct research on a particular area of the content, the written to their original theme to teach their findings to one another. Next, we explain about the level of jigsaw. Then, the level of jigsaw are intermediate to advanced level. Nah, in this level, students typically possess a more extensive vocabulary and a better grasp of grammar structure. And then second, grouping based on proficiency. For mixed proficiency classes, careful consideration should be given to grouping. Now, we go to the function of jigsaw. The function of jigsaw, there are 3 points. The first, communication skill development. Jigsaw contribute to the development of communication skill. And for the second, active engagement. This method actively engages the student in the learning process. And the last, contextual language use. This method encourages contextual language use. Then, now we discuss about the strategies or the implementation of jigsaw. What are the effective strategies of jigsaw? Well, from jigsaw method, there are some strategies. The teacher divides students into 5 or 6 students or 6 persons in each group. Then appoint one student from each group as the leader. Divide the day's lesson into 5 through 6 segments. Assign each learner to learn one segment, making sure the learners have direct access only to their own segment. Give learners time to read over their segment at least twice and become familiar with it. from temporary or the expert groups by having one student from each jigsaw group join other students assigned to the same segment. Then bring the learners back into their jigsaw group. Ask each learner to present her or his segment to the groups. Flows from group to groups, observing the process, and the last, at the end of the session, give a quiz on the material. Now, we go to the strengths and also the weaknesses of jigsaw. Jigsaw method have almost 3 strengths. There are promotes collaborative learning, holistic understanding, and the third, varied perspectives. And the weaknesses, there are 2 points. The first is time consuming and also dependence of group dynamics. Now, we go to the second teaching method. It is think, pair, share. Think, pair, share is one of the teaching method that belongs to cooperative learning. Think, pair, share is a learning strategy where the students work together to solve a problem, to answer a question. Then we go to the next. It is the strategy of think, pair, share. In think, pair, share method, there are 3 points. The first, beginner level. In the early stages, learners often focus on basic vocabulary and sentence structures. The second, building confidence. Think, pair, share is particularly valuable for building learners' confidence in using the language. And the last, in advanced level. Even at advanced levels, think, pair, share remains the relevant. Now, we discuss about the function of think, pair, share. Think, pair, share has 3 functions. The first for communication skill development, the second for active engagement, and the third, it is for contextual language use. Then, we go to the strategies or the implementation of think, pair, share. There are 5 think, pair, share strategies. The first, in step 1, teacher poses a question. And in step 2, students think individually. In step 3, each student discuss his or her answer with a fellow students. And in step 4, students share the answer with the whole class. And the last, in the final step or in the 5th step, individuals can present the solution individually or cooperatively to the class as a whole group. Then, now it is about the strengths and also the weaknesses of think, pair, share. The strength of think, pair, share are: first, accessible for proficiency levels. The second, promote individual reflection. The third, it is flexible of time management. And then the weaknesses are possible unequal participation and limited exposure to diverse perspectives. Okay. Do you understand for all of the teaching methods that I explained just now? Yeah, hopefully you can understand all of the things about jigsaw and think, pair, share. Now, let's go to the exercise. To know about your understanding, we have two exercises. There are exercises A and also exercise B. In exercise A, you have to explain and also you have to answer 10 questions in a short sentence. But in exercise B, you have to do the reflection. The reflection means that you have to tell and also explain what you understand about the teaching method that I have explained. Okay, for the references, there are some references that you may use for understanding jigsaw and think, pair, share, and also answer all of the questions. Okay, I think that's all about jigsaw and think, pair, share. Hopefully you understand and you can join in the next material in TEFL class. Okay, thank you. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.